right, y'all. Tuesday, and hope you're having a good morning. I've got to say, I was very anti 2 Monday Night Football games, and I was wrong because it was fantastic. YouTube TV has it figured out. You get a dual picture, okay? And then you get a picture in picture in picture. So when the ESPN game cuts to the other game, you get to see that game inside of your game. So you got 3 screens up. And the one inside of that game was actually ahead of the game I was watching. So the only real downside to internet TV is there's a bit of a lag. So if you do have both screens going, you got the dual box, you're going to find out from the faster feed what's happening in the other game. But no big deal. 2 good games as well, although I can't really say the Bills was a close game or competitive game because they just steamrolled the Jags. They looked really good. I think Josh Allen had 4 touchdowns by halftime. And I was kind of hoping that Trevor Lawrence would, this would be kind of his breakout year 4, I think it is. Still looking, still searching for it. Damar Hamlin got his first ever interception in the league. That was cool. Although I feel like they made a bit too big of a story out of that. Like, I get it, and it's like to go from near death to your first interception is amazing. But I'm just of the old school, like in sports, just like tip your cap, like act like you've been there before. But regardless, I don't want to rain on the guy's parade because pretty great. It was an overthrown ball from Trevor Lawrence, and he was in the right place, right time, did his job. As Bill would say, we're on to Cincinnati. The Commanders were on to Cincinnati. They looked, Jaden Daniels for sure looked really good, trying to resurrect the career of Terry McLaurin, and he had a just great catch in the end zone. There's a little, I'm not going to play the video here on ESPN, but clip of that. Commanders with the dub. Bengals 0-3. And the Bengals shouldn't have taken my Patriots lightly, but they did. And that's why they lost to us. And I don't think, they were at home, so they definitely weren't taking the Commanders lightly. But Jaden Daniels had more touchdowns than incompletions. That is tremendous. I think it was 21 of 23 with 3 touchdowns. So LSU, Heisman winner. That team has a quarterback. The Commanders fans got to be happy about that. But I just had to start by saying I was wrong. I thought I was going to have to flip back and forth. And no, YouTube TV, you proved me wrong. And I'm looking forward to another dual box on a Monday night. Honestly, on any night, that's fine. Fine with that. So that was a little football for you. Caitlin Clark and the Fever dropped their first game to, who was it, the Sun, I believe? I'm just riffing off the top here. I got to make sure I can pull this up. I want to get the right. I'm pretty sure it was like a 30-point, high 20-point, 30-point spread there. And I don't think it was a pretty scores. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was something like that. Sunday. It was a Sunday game. 93-69. My producer Jeff tells me. Yeah, he's got the producer hat on. Like, my man, he's just becoming more of a producer every day. But yeah, they kind of got wrecked. And it's just one game. Like, we saw the NBA Finals, the Mavs and the Celtics. The Mavs got that, what was it, Game 4? Game 4 blew out the Celtics. The Celtics were just tired. And then, of course, Celtics come back, finish off the series. So let's just see if the Fever can make the series competitive and, mix it up. Let's see what happens. So football, that was good. The Red Sox keep, winning. They're not meaningless games, but they kind of are meaningless games. But, hey, they're taking care of business. They're doing what they got to do. Jaden Daniels, though, SEC. This is why I keep telling y'all, SEC, if you get a player out of the SEC, they don't call Alabama NFLU for nothing. You have a chance at a good pro. And Jaden Daniels proved that. Am I saying he's going to be a dominant player right away? No, but he's showing that he knows how to get it done. And, the other thing I liked on the other side of the ball is Bengals. Jamar Chase, who took out that $50 million insurance policy on himself in case he gets hurt or something happens because he hasn't signed his deal or hasn't signed a deal. 2 touchdowns. Guy showed up, got yards. I mean, I think he maybe only was incomplete or dropped like one pass, 1 or 2. So impressed with that. I think the Bengals are not really the 0-3 team. They should, I mean, they could easily be 2-1, but they're 0-3. That's where they're at. So the reason I have this eBay screen up is because yesterday, like maybe 20 to 30 minutes before I closed, somebody came in with a bunch of cards. Hooray, I bought more cards. What's new? And the person had called me earlier in the day, and they said, oh, just wanted to make sure you were going to actually still be open. And I said, yeah. Again, I say I'm open till 7. I'm going to be open till 7. And I got to take a sidebar here because JR went all the way to Ananias, all right? He's out here, doesn't have a car. He could Uber, of course, but you know what? If you just Uber everywhere, it gets expensive. So he said, you know what? It's a nice day. Let me take a stroll. Takes a walk, blows right past Shaw's. I don't need to go to the grocery store because I'm going to Ananias to get a sandwich. And walks to Ananias, and it's like 3-something in the afternoon. Pulls on the door all excited, and then it doesn't open. What happened? Your Google says one thing, and your door being locked is telling me a very different thing, which is I can't come in and get an Italian sub. And I would say Ananias, I mean, Amato's and Ananias are like 1 and 1A, 1A, 1B. Ananias is a great sub, but it's not great if I can't eat it, if I can't have the sub in my stomach and it's good and I ate it. Because if you're locked, the door is locked, I can't come inside. I would make it myself, but the door was locked. So we had to go to Shaw's. Imagine this, 30-plus minute walk just to not get the one thing you left the house to get. That's terrible. That's just devastating. But he made the best of it, got some stuff at Shaw's, did his thing. And he just turned me on to this soda drink, Poppy. And it's prebiotic, so it's gut health, only 4 grams of sugar. It's a soda technically, so I was hesitant to try it, but because I only drink coffee and water and Miller Lite. Let's be real. That's in the mix too. But I don't drink soda. And he said, no, just try it. Like, it's just one soda. What's the big deal? And mixed berry, very, very good. I was really impressed. Gonna have some Poppy in the fridge, stacked. Gonna have that. Need to have that along with the Athletic Brew. Shout out to Athletic Brew, the non-alcoholic beer that tastes actually really good. I actually really like that. Know some people over there. I've worked with them in the past, so full disclosure, they're not paying me. I just mentioned it because Poppy is a great alternative to soda. Athletic Brewing, great alternative to actual beer. Doesn't mean I'm not going to keep drinking Miller Lite, but you can't just drink Miller Lite all the time. Sometimes you got to just be like, you know what, I have stuff to do. I can't be drinking beer. Like, that's just how it goes. I got to get stuff done. I can't be doing the alcohol thing. So I wanted to sidetrack there because why did I sidetrack there? I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, Ananias, please be open during the hours you say you're open. Or, you know what, just update your Google. That's fine. Like, if I change my hours here, update the Apple and Google, because a lot of us are in the car. Hey, I'm not going to make that 30-minute walk if I knew y'all were going to be closed, or drive. Even, like, what if my man had driven? Like, I'm coming up from Portsmouth. I'm going to get my one Italian sandwich. This is my only time to get it, and door's locked. Travesty, tragedy, all the bad things, okay? Not fun. But I have this screen up here because somebody came in, and we were talking about hours. That's what we were talking about. And I was like, yeah, if I say 7, I'll be here till 7. He's like, great. Here's all the boxes. Goes back and forth to the car 3 times. And he's got some stuff. Some starting lineup, the big starting lineup toys. And then he's got, 5 rows of just cards from the 80s and 90s, and then some random mixed UFC, wrestling, racing, basketball, baseball, football, some hockey even. And then he's got this box of these Jersey Fusion cards, which I've seen like one. I think I have one in here, Allen Iverson. And it's like a $250 card. It's cool. It's AI. It's triple patch. And I'm, I do the deal with the guy, and then this morning we come in early, and I'm like, I didn't really look too closely at these. One of the slabs is this Shohei Ohtani rookie card, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool that it's sold for like $40. And then I've got all these Jersey Fusion cards, and when I look at them, they don't look real. Well, not that they're not real, but they don't look like legit. It looks like just a piece of some like shorts that you could just buy anywhere. But you do the QR code on the back. This place has been around since '95, sportscards.com. I mean, it's sportscards.com. Good foresight to have that website. And you've got Marshawn Lynch, Steph Curry, Shaq, LeBron. There's a Jordan. Awesome come up. So really great buy. Really appreciate you bringing that stuff in, because he was just running out of space. Happens to the best of us. We lose, we fall out of love with the things we were collecting, and we say, you know what? A better home. Now, Andre, pay close attention, because these were also in the collection. I know you're going to want these. I already told you about these, but Cordell Stewart, I didn't tell you about this card. I know you're going to want that card. Bowman's Best. That's a cool card. And then Pat Freiermuth, Auto, Silver, Rookie, Penn State. Let's go. You're going to want those. Set them aside for you. Don't worry. Lesson of today's show is just stay open when you say you're going to be open till. That's the moral of the story. It's like, set expectations. You set expectations with people every day with whatever you do. And a very basic one is saying when you're going to be open and when you're closing. Just stick to the plan. Even if the parking lot's empty at 6:45, I don't know, somebody might pull up at 6:55, and this is the only time they could get away and come here. So I got to honor that. And then, if I'm closing the door and locking it up and somebody pulls in, I'll make my best judgment. I'll probably let them in, because I want to do business and they want to buy stuff. I think moving toward the holidays, things are going to get busy around here. September's been a slower month because back to school, football for college, football for NFL. It's still nice out. There's a lot of things to do. I'm like apple picking. I'm sure the pumpkin patch is going off. There's the Freiburg Fair coming up. There's a lot of stuff to do. And the leaf peepers, it's outdoor season still. Once the snow and the worst weather comes, y'all going to be inside buying cards, hanging out at the shop. And until then, October 12th, I want you to come and see us at the AmVets in Yarmouth for Carter Collects Cards, the main card show, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and then a trade night, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. It's $5 entry at the door. We will be there with a couple tables. We're going to bring a lot of stuff. Maybe some of the things I just mentioned will make it there. I don't know. And then the following weekend, we're going to be at the Expo, October 19th and 20th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. all day, 2 tables. I'd say this is probably our biggest show of the year and one of the biggest shows in New England. It's at the Expo building where the Maine Celtics play. So come see us over there. There's going to be guys signing autographs, Patrick Pass. I saw a Bruins guy is going to be there. I will sign autographs if you really want that. Some of the kids have had me sign their hats. So look, I'm not above it, I'm not below it. I will do it. I will do it for free also, because I don't really know what my autograph's worth. So get in while the getting's good, because one day it might be worth something. And, with that, we got to keep going through these jersey patch cards, because I think I got some more stuff in here. I got to keep digging. Y'all have a good day, and don't forget to drink your coffee, because we all need to be a little caffeinated. Peace.